How we doing, everybody? Matt Modi here with OddsJam. And in this video, I'm just going to give you a little bit of a preview of this Kansas State versus TCU game tomorrow we have at noon Eastern. Obviously, an incredible game. The undefeated TCU Horned Frogs, who still aren't getting a ton of respect from the general public about their chances to win in the college football playoffs. Not that I necessarily disagree. That's just what's currently going on. But we have them playing against Kansas State, who, despite the 9-3 record, currently ranked 13th in the nation and have a very good team with a legitimate chance of winning this game. So, if it wasn't surprising to you guys, my official bet, I'm actually taking Kansas State moneyline. I think they go to Texas Christian University, and I think they pull it off. I'm not putting a huge amount of money on this one. I think it's worth a half of a unit play. But I do think that it's really, really good. So I put $50 at plus 114 odds to profit 57. So if this bet hits, I'll get a total of $107. But of course, everybody wants to know why I took Kansas State. Doesn't matter the bet. All that matters is why you took it, right? The logic behind it. So you guys can decide whether you want to tail or not. And the play, as I mentioned, obviously Kansas State money line plus 114 at FanDuel. And let's chat about it. So I bet this one because it's positive expected value. Now, there's actually a couple plays on Kansas State. You can get them at positive EV play at plus 1.5, positive EV play at even minus 1.5 if you wanted to go even bolder and get them for, actually as the favorite to win, get them at the spread minus 1.5. I just decided to stick with the money line, the easiest bet in sports, money line. So let's chat about it. The OddsJam no vig odds prices this at about plus 111, and that's the most important thing to understand about everything are the OddsJam no vig odds at plus 111. These odds come from OddsJam pulls them from the sharpest sportsbooks in the world. So basically, OddsJam back tested betting opportunities and continues to do so. It's an ever going data collection that OddsJam is doing. They didn't just do it, say, oh, in April or August, whatever, we back tested the past year, and we're going to use those as the sharp books moving forward. No, it's constantly evolving. So if one book was sharp, not getting so sharp as time goes on, then it will be weighted less heavily in the formula to produce these no vig odds. And then the opposite is true. If a sports book was kind of square, starting to catch up a little bit, guess what? It'll be changed and reflected in these no vig odds. So it's an ever evolving formula to make sure that we are constantly getting the most accurate prices for these no vig odds. And that's why it's so powerful. So basically, the sharpest sports books in the world, specifically at pricing, I'm not sure what happened there, specifically at pricing college football, is telling you that this bet should actually be priced closer to plus 111 and a half. And the OddsJam software that is constantly scanning millions and millions of markets, lines, data points, found that FanDuel is offering this at plus 114. So the gap between those two numbers is where you get your positive expected value from. So in this case, equates to an EV percent of about 1.19%, telling you that for every $100 bet on this play, you could figure to profit $1.19. Not breaking the bank by any means, but we're also not trying to get rich overnight, right? We're trying to make money over the course of time. So if you look at my bet tracker that I've used since the beginning of football season last year, I've profited about 15K, about 15.5K, right? And I actually started on a $500 bankroll. That's what I started using with OddsJam, was a $500 bankroll, and I've gotten my profit all the way up to 15K. As you can see, it starts smaller increments. When I had a lower bankroll, I had so much success. I started upping my bankroll and I started betting more. So you start to see a little bit higher swings, right? Incredible week, 1,800 in profit. Well, guess what? Really bad stretch. 5 out of 6 weeks were down, coupled with a really up week, but still down a lot. NBA season started and it's been incredible. 2,800 in 1 week, 2,300 the next week. Then I was down, then I was up again 3 straight weeks, and we'll see what happens this week. Currently down $42. So using OddsJam, like I said, it's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's a profitable venture over the course of time. So for those of you who are like me and are a little bit scared off about having a lower bankroll, well, let me hopefully be the story to tell you you can profit with a lower bankroll and continue to make money over the course of time, and then increase that bankroll as you are making more money. Now, obviously, as you bet more, you start to have higher swings, not as selective, stuff like that. But obviously the profit has been better over the course of time, and it's just been incredible recently. So all in all, it's really profitable using OddsJam, and this specific play is a profitable one. Another thing that I like is if you're looking at all of the other books and where they price it, DraftKings plus 105, BetOnline plus 100. Pinnacle actually has it at minus money at minus 101. So for a main line like this, the books you want to look at with the heaviest weight are BetOnline and Pinnacle plus 100, minus 101. We're getting it at plus 114. That's an awesome play. So this is going to be my official prediction for Kansas State versus TCU tomorrow. If you guys are tailing my Kansas State bet, comment and let me know. But that's all I got. So I appreciate you guys watching, and have a good one.